Hi everyone, I'm Christina, Chief Creative Officer at Squarely. Welcome to AISQbusiness. Today we are going to take a look at how to customize the blog page inside your website. So first, let's log in inside our website. We have to write our website URL over here and AISQ. Then we have to log in with our admin username and password and to prove our humanity. Then click on Login. Okay, so now we are inside our WordPress dashboard. Let's open our website again. Over here, our website visit site. Let's go to the blog page over here. So now, if we are trying to click on this button, Edit with Elementor, it's not going to work for us because this page is actually a template. So we have to click over here, Elementor Archive. We are now inside our blog page, so we can now customize it. If we want to customize the image over here, the background image over here, we have to click over here. Then we have to go to Style, and over here is the image. We can choose a different one if we want to, or we can use AI to create a background image if we want to. If we want to edit the text, simply click on the text, and once again we can edit the text over here or use AI. Same for this description text as well. The text over here, use AI. If you want to add new elements, let's say we want a line over here, a divider, we simply click on this plus over here to add a new element, and we're going to drag the divider over here. And there it is, the divider. You can add an icon if you want in the middle of the divider, or you can also add some text if you want to. And you can customize the divider by going to Style. Let's right click and delete this divider. Then if we are scrolling, we can see our blog post articles over here. By clicking on it, we can edit the element. We have over here the layout. We can choose a different layout if we want to. We have over here the columns that we want. How many posts per page. If we want to show images, if they would have images, the image resolution, the image ratio, if we want to show the title, we can see the excerpt, we can set the length of the excerpt, in this case is 20 words, so if we want it to be longer, we simply have to increase this number over here. The button, what the button should say, if you want a badge, for example, choose the categories or the tags badge, and the avatar if we would have author bio set up. For queries, we are telling the source, post, pages, menu selection, and so on. We are going to leave all the posts. You can choose what to include or what to exclude. For example, avoid duplicates. For date, you can choose only some of the articles that have been posted, like past week or so on. Order by whatever filter you want. And the same over here. And you can choose to ignore sticky post or not. And the pagination is over here, which is this button over here. You can have load on click. You can have numbers if you want to. You can have previous and next if you want to, and so on. You can choose the one that you want. And you can choose the text for the button over here. And if we are scrolling a little bit more, once again, we have a background image. By clicking over here, we can see the container settings, and going to Style, we can see the image over here with the image settings over here. For the email opt-in over here, once again, we simply have to click on it, and then we have the settings. We have the settings for the button over here. We can change the text on the button over here. And for the form fields, for example, if you also want the user to add his name, simply click over here on Add Item. For the label, we can say name. Then for the placeholder, we can say write your name. And we can check over here if we want it to be required or not. If we want this column, write your name, to be above the email, we can simply move it like so. Okay, let's delete it by clicking on this X over here. One important thing that I want to show you over here is actions after submit. We have over here collect submissions. and you have different options over here that you can select from. Over here at collect submissions, you are collecting the user IP and the user agent. And if you want to style it, you simply go to style, and over here you have settings in order to change the appearance of your email opt-in. And if we want to check how it looks on tablet or on mobile, we simply have to go over here and click on tablet. It looks good. And click on mobile over here. This also looks good. If something doesn't look good on a particular device, while being on that device, in this case mobile, we simply have to click on that element, then go to style, and the settings we are going to make over here that are specific for that particular device is going to have this icon over here, as we can see, like so. So let's click on this one. We can see that we can change the columns for this particular device for mobile, the image ratio for mobile, and if we are going to style, we can see that the column gap can be changed for mobile, the row gap, and so on and so forth. So now if I'm going to tablet over here, I can see that the icon has changed. And now I'm making the changes for this particular device, for the tablet. Same goes over here. And it's the same for each element that we are going to click. We are going to take a look where we have this icon over here for the particular device, and then we know that the changes that we are going to make are only applicable to that device. So let's say that I'm changing the alignment of this text, and the mobile doesn't have a particular alignment set for the mobile, is going to take the one from the tablet. So let's change it to right. Now it has the alignment to right, the tablet has the alignment to left, and the desktop has the alignment to center. And the same goes for each element that we have on our page. So we simply have to click on the element. According to what device we are on, we are going to see it over here. We can also click over here on this icon and change the device like so. So let's click over here to view page. And we are scrolling a little bit and we are clicking on this button load more. For my particular website is working because I made an extra setting. In case it doesn't work for your website, you simply have to make one more setting. You have to go over here to our website, to dashboard, over here to settings, and over here to reading. And to make sure that blog pages show at most is the number you have selected in Elementor. In my case is 6, but you can see the number by going back to your blog page. Over here, edit with Elementor, edit the Elementor archive by clicking again on this blog post, and over here, post per page. This number should be the same with this number over here. And then simply click on Save Changes. Let's take a look at a different website. For this website, if I'm going over here to read our blog, and I'm scrolling a little bit, we can see the articles over here. We can see that there is no button over here. I have asked permission to log in inside this website as well, so I can set up the button and show you how it works. So let's do that. Okay, and now that I'm logged in inside her website, I can go over here to edit with Elementor and Elementor archive. We can see that she has added some new sections as well. You can also do that by clicking over here on this plus. You can add a section with AI by clicking on this button and describe what you want to achieve. You can add a section from library, like so. Or you can create a new section from scratch, like so. And by clicking over here, you can set the settings in this part over here, and the styling over here, and the advanced settings as well. If you want to add new elements over here, simply click on this plus over here and drag the elements that you want. Let's delete this section and scroll to her posts over here. Let's go to pagination. We can see that she has a button load on click, but we do not see the button over here. One more thing that we are seeing right now is that she has the element as archive posts, and not as the element, as posts. So I'm not sure why she chose it like this, but if we are going to plus over here and search for posts, and over here posts, and drag it like so, we actually have the entire settings that we need, like posts per page. That is going to be important in order for us to know what number we have to change inside WordPress. So in case you also have archive posts over here, you can simply go to plus, search over here posts, and drag the element where you want it. And then you will just have to remake the styling. So let's delete those for the moment. We know there are 6 posts per page. Let's delete this one as well. Over here, we want to make sure that we do have a pagination set up, like load on click. Okay, let's save this page. And then by clicking over here and clicking on exit to WordPress, we have to go over here to settings, to reading, and over here to blog pages show at most, we have to select 6. And then click on save changes. Okay, if now we are going over here to visit site and to read our blog and scrolling, we don't see anything over here. So let's go to edit with Elementor, Elementor archive, and we can see the button over here. If we want to customize the button, we simply have to go over here to style and to pagination. We don't see the button in the front end because she doesn't have enough articles to show. So let's go over here and exit to WordPress and go over here to posts, and let's see how many she has. She has only 6 posts published, so that's why I can't see the button. If we are making some changes, so let's go back over here and to read our blog and to edit with Elementor, Elementor archive, and let's scroll and let's add the posts element over here. Let's change the post per page to 4. Okay, so now we have only 4. Let's change the columns to 4 as well. Okay, let's change the style just a little bit so it's easier to see. To content over here, to title, let's change the size, let's change the color. It should be smaller than that, maybe 28. Okay, okay, let's leave it like this because it's only for an example. Okay, let's go back to content, to pagination. Let's choose once again load on click. We can see the button over here. If we are clicking on the button, nothing happens. So let's click on publish. And now let's go back over here to exit with WordPress. And then let's go back to settings, to reading, and change over here to 4 and save changes. And go back to our website to read our blog. We scroll a little bit and we can see the posts over here and the button over here. So let's click on the button and it doesn't work. Okay, one thing that you first have to do is to make sure that it doesn't work because it doesn't work or because it has something to do with cache. So by doing that, I'm going to copy my URL and I'm going to open an incognito window. And I'm going to paste my URL over here. And then I'm going to scroll and now I'm going to try the button over here. So it's working. So if the button works, if the change works in incognito, that means it's something to do with cache. So let's close this incognito window. And now over here, purge this page or purge all, depending what you want. I'm going to choose over here, purge all. And then I'm going to refresh the page one more time. It's something to do with cache because if I'm copying this URL and opening an incognito window and pasting the URL over here, I can see that the button is working. So it's not a functionality issue, it's something to do with cache. So apparently we just have to wait a little bit so the cache will clear. But as you just saw, the button works. So I went back inside the website and I deleted the element that I added over here, the post element, and I also asked the person who owns the website to publish one more article, and she did so over here. So now if we are scrolling, we can see the button over here, and if we are clicking on the button, we can see that it's working. If we are going to copy the URL and open an incognito window and paste the URL over here and scroll to the end of the page over here and click on the button, we can see that it's working on the incognito as well. So once again, if incognito is working, then it's not a functionality issue, it's a cache issue. I'm not sure why this over here, the purge all cache, didn't work before, but as we can see right here, right now, the button is working perfectly. Another way you can edit your blog page is by going over here to Edit with Elementor and Theme Builder, and go over here to Archive, and here is your page. Let's click on this X over here. You can also do that by going over here to our website, to Dashboard, over here to Templates and to Theme Builder, and to Archive, and over here is the blog page. And by simply clicking on Edit, you can edit your blog page like so. So thank you for tuning in, stay creative, stay inspired, and keep optimizing your online presence. Until next time.